Thank you very much. Big thanks to the Institute for, together with your leadership, Katalin, organizing this discussion. Welcome. It's an honor for me to be with all of you, and together with my dear friend Nihal. Just a note, I have to apologize. I will be leaving probably at a moment when the discussion will be quite high, but I have other responsibilities. Let me start answering your question by phrasing a sentence, again, that the Secretary General Antonio Guterres has been saying, and in fact says quite often, which is the diversity in all its forms is a tremendous asset and not a threat. It is so important that when we start a year, that we are facing so many challenges, so much portrayal of extremism, so much violence, so much us versus them, so much confrontation, that we go back to these sentences, to the sentence, in fact, and to start looking seriously, decisively, of the power of positive transformation that diversity, cultural diversity, and religious diversity have on all of us. And that we start treating this diversity as a mobilizing positive factor. It is absolutely critical. And as responsible for the Department of Public Information, we try to impregnate the positiveness of diversity, of differentiation everywhere, whether it's cultural event, arts event, sustainable development related event, whether it is an event with the youth or it is an event on UN Day. This is really important. So here we have a new Secretary General that has just arrived, that has this vision, and I think it is really energizing. Second thing, we have been able to use on many occasions the differentiation in a positive way. Maybe we have not been able to project it and to make it as visible as it should be. And I'll give you an example. We had the humanitarian summit in Istanbul last year, in May, a major event. You know what was a really mobilizing moment of that summit? When 200 religious leaders across the board got together to agree to support the huge challenges of the mobilization of citizens around the world, the refugees and the displaced people. That was fantastic. This group of 200 came together and said, we have something to do. We are offering our power of mobilization. And I think it was a great moment because we saw the role of the religious leader in a positive way. We were not able, for a number of reasons, because we know how media works, to visualize this as much as we have wanted. But we know that this power of the religious leader is there, and we know the energy they have. And I'll give you another example. I always refer to the two main religious leaders in Bangui, the Imam and Monsignor the Archbishop, who together they have addressed so many critical situations and avoided going to the brink. And their friendship and their acting jointly has been an instrumental asset for those that are there either deployed by the United Nations or in the leadership to help the communities rebuild their fabric. So those are specific examples. So when we say, yes, we start the year in such a difficult footprint, anxiety, violence, etc., we also have so many examples that we have to be able to mobilize, to use, to serve. And as I said, it's one of my responsibilities. And because it's one of my responsibilities in the department, we are so committed, we have been tasked to put together an initiative, we can call it a campaign, hopefully it will be a movement, which is called Nothing More Than Nothing Less Than Together, which is, in fact, a process of outreach that will be accompanying the intergovernmental negotiations that member states are going to have in this house at the UN in order to reach in 2018 two compacts, global agreements, one on refugees and one on migrants. This is going to be a complex process of negotiation. They both stem from the refugees summit of last September, and now we need all the member states to work and to agree on very difficult issues. So we have to help the narrative of this process. We have to help build a society which has keywords at the center. Those keywords are respect, keywords are safety, keywords are solidarity and dignity. And we will be able to reach a situation where the positive stories, if we can underpin those keywords, will raise up. So a very important topic, I think very, very critical for ensuring that these anxieties of the moment can be managed, and a lot of responsibility. I think all religious leaders here, representatives of the academia, civil society, and each individual has a major role to play. And we all hope that you will be joining this movement of the Together initiative, because we all have to change the narratives. Thank you very much.